Okay, so now we have some readings from RAPAR. Hello, my name's Sarah Parveen and I'm a Master's Student of Social Work and I've been on placement with RAPAR since January. At RAPAR, when we explore the subject of the health needs of people seeking asylum, we not only look at the individual but at the wider social and political structures that are in place and examine the impact they have on the health and well-being of our service users. The United Kingdom Border Agency, or the UKBA, is the predominant structure whose policies of threat, intimidation and systematic targeting of people seeking asylum through increased levels of surveillance have greatly contributed to an increase in the poor mental health of these people. When we consider issues that are experienced by people seeking asylum on a daily basis, such as destitution, we can begin to understand how this will inevitably have a knock-on effect on all aspects of their health. This would include poor diet, increased stress levels and depression, which can ultimately lead to re-traumatizing and dehumanizing people. The piece of work you're about to watch was part of an intensive week of writing and rehearsal to reflect the torturous effect this draconian system has on the lives of this already marginalized and vulnerable group.
Hello everyone, my name is Mary Adenuga. In 2004, I was trafficked from Nigeria to the UK. I was in prison for 3 years in London and Manchester and forced to work as a prostitute and in other forced labor. Terrible things happening to me during this time, which has left me disabled with serious mental health problems. I have nightmare, panicking attack, severe depression, fear, anxiety, and I cannot sleep. The way the immigration services, the UKBA, treat me make all my symptoms worse. They don't believe my story. They treat me like a criminal. And they want to send me back to Nigeria, away from my friends and my supporters. Back to Nigeria where I am frightened. I will be picked up by the traffickers again. The UKBA try to catch and deport people all the time. They trap us everywhere on the streets, at UKBA signing centers, or in our home. They come and take us in the middle of the night or 4 a.m. in the morning. The UKBA make me frightening. They dehumanize me. They have no compassion. They destroy people's life. They are treating me like a criminal, but it is the traffickers who are the criminals, not me. Now, I will read you a story that is like my story. As soon as Fiona was on board the brightly painted ship, and the sea was shone by the oars, and the land left them behind, the barbarian king cried, I have won. I carry with me what I wish for. When they had completed their journey and embarked from the wave-worn ship on the earth of his country, the king took her to a highly waste building hidden in an ancient forest, and there he locked her away. Then, confessing his evil intent, he overcame her by force. Oh, you savage! Oh, what an evil crew! Things you have done, why not rob me of life as well? You traitor! So that no crime escape you. Yet, if the gods above witness such things, I, without shame, will tell what to have done. If I get chance, it will be in front of everyone. If I am kept in prison in these woods, I will fill the woods with it and move even the stones. To pity, the sky will hear of it, and any god that may be there. The voices live. Which are the voices lost? We hear them and we answer.
My name is Manjeet Kaur, and I'm here to tell you how I was treated by UK Border Agency as a disabled asylum seeker. After making my claim, my disability was ignored by Home Office, and I was put in a flat that was not accessible. Nothing in the flat was adapted to my needs, making my daily living very difficult. To make matters worse, my manual wheelchair was old and broken. The UKBA knew all of this, but still made me to report to Dallas Court in Salford every week. The journey was very difficult. I had to change buses twice and pushing myself around gave me severe back and shoulder pain. The strain from this affected my hands, causing me to develop carpal tunnel syndrome. It was even worse in extreme weather conditions such as rain and snow, when it would be very difficult to maneuver my manual wheelchair. Whenever I complained to guards in Dallas Court, they would say, "You should be happy that we don't call you here daily." For 6 months, I had to fight for my weekly reporting to be reduced to monthly. The fact that they ignored my disability and the pain that reported inflicted on me made me feel like I was being treated inhumanly. I used to feel distressed and depressed. Every time signing date was approaching, I was terrified with the thoughts of being deported and detained. After 10 months, it transpired that I was actually eligible for telephone reporting, which happens from my home. All of the pain, stress and worry could have been avoided if only my case owner at Home Office had been considerate and not ignored my disability. The situation has now changed, but only because it was challenged with the support and encouragement from RAPAR. I'm now voice reporting weekly from home, but it was a long fight. The UKBA only allowed me to do this after my solicitors came in and challenged them with the Disability Discrimination Act. But it should not have come to that. I am a human and should have been treated like that. But otherwise I was treated like a disabled asylum seeker. There is a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. There are ways out. Your life is your life.
If I said something special about the Sudanese regime and how they are hitting and how they are torturing the people and how they kill even if you are with your family, or if it is the mid of the day or the midnight, it doesn't make any difference. The security, they can come at any time they want, and if they know you personally, they will be more difficult and make things harder for you. This is general thing they are doing in Sudan now, and the people, they need to see how the government can kill and torture the people, just as they did in the Noble Mountain or in South Sudan.
Extracts from the medical report of Mohammed Salah al-Halangi. The claimant is from Sudan. He recalls being beaten severely and burned with a hot metal object on his lower back. He suffers with abnormal anxiety. He suffers with nightmares. He suffers with flashbacks and inclusive memories. He suffers sleep disturbance. He suffers poor concentration and memory disturbance. He has an irregular scar over the base of the spine, which is oval and 2 centimeters by 1 centimeter in size. It has a regular edge. This is consistent with being caused by a burn from a hot, man-made object being held on the skin. There is a second scar, which is slightly larger and oval in shape. It has a similar appearance to the first scar. It has a sharp, regular edge and is consistent with an injury caused by a linear object such as a metal rod. In conclusion, the examination elicited evidence that supports the claimant to have been ill-treated and psychologically traumatized in the manner described.
Things are changing in Sudan. People have been demonstrating in the street for the last 10 days. This is the first time in 24 years. The Sudanese regime are afraid. Watching my people demonstrate make me want to return and enjoy them. Because for the last 6 years, UKPA have been like tourists. For the last 6 years, they have made me feel like criminal. For the last 6 years, the way they have treated me has made me remind the worst things that have happened to me in my life. For the last 6 years, I have been in medication and suffering nightmares, depression, short memory, and flashback. But the things are changing in Sudan. There will be new future, and there is hope for the freedom for the Sudanese regime.
We are 3 volunteers from RAPAR, a human rights organization based in Manchester. And even though we have been treated inhumanly, we have demonstrated that speaking out and owning our experiences is important for our health, as it gives us back control of our lives, something which is vital for our own empowerment and survival. Thank you for bearing witness to this. Thank you.